Okay, welcome to a special New Year's Eve edition of Stephen Follows Instructions. I'm going to do something special today. I'm going to install Ipfs, a node, the interplanetary file system. I've worked with this before. I know how it works. I think I've even installed nodes before. I went back to the Ipfs website today, and honestly, it wasn't really very much help. If we take a look here, so oops, I keep doing that. I see all the keys on my keyboard are worn out. So, like, literally, look at this. So I'm kind of guessing as to what's where. Okay, so this is the Ipfs, right? Looking for docs. I want to find out how to install an Ipfs node. Look at that. Where would you go, right? I figured the docs would be my best bet, right? But you know, what else is there? See, there's lots of promotional material. So this is where I went. I went to the docs. There's also a site for developers. But I go to the docs and it's like, you know, it doesn't tell me how to install at all. Best practices, selecting a gateway to use. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. But nowhere does it tell me how to install Ipfs. You know, a node, a server node that I can use to publish content on the interplanetary file system. It's, you know, anyhow. Right. So what I decided to do, since this is not helpful, I also decided not to use Hetzner. I'm going to use Reclaim Cloud. I'm bleeding money on Reclaim Cloud right now. I've got to put an end to that at some point because I can't afford this. But this project that's been occupying all my time and all my energy, and this is part of it, just means I keep needing to set up little servers to do this, that, and the other thing. But I will start trimming back on some of the stuff that I'm using, but not today. All right, so what am I up to then? So what I decided to do is go to ChatGPT and have it help me. So the instructions I'm following today are from ChatGPT, and all my prompt engineering. I said, let's set up the Ipfs node. Now, full disclosure, we talked about this a bit, right? I'm trying to set up messaging. Different story. We'll talk about that messaging later. But I didn't want to use Firebase, didn't want to use Node or anything like that. I want all my scripts to be as standalone as possible, and I want everything to be as decentralized as possible. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to use as much as possible a pure JavaScript solution. There will be an exception to that, but that's neither here nor there. But for all of this to work, I have to have my own Ipfs node. I can't use one of the commercially available ones. It's just not going to work for me for a variety of reasons. Mostly, they don't want to do what I want my Ipfs node to do. So, all right. So, step one, after all of that. By the way, you can listen to this live if you want. Maybe I'll advertise it on, because nobody's listening, of course. Stephen follows instructions. Following Ipfs node, following instructions. Let's try to spell that right. Given by ChatGPT. Live now. Correct the spelling. And what is the URL of this particular broadcast? Let's find out. I've never found a good way of doing this. Just never. But, you know, so I'll go to my channel. No Time to Die. It's a great movie, and the end of that just kills me every time. It's one of these things I like to go just watch, say, the last 15-20 minutes of that movie. It's just incredible. Right. That's not what I wanted. View your channel. And we should have this live broadcast right now. So let's go to it right now. So let's go to it. Oh, wow, there's almost no delay. That's pretty good. All right. All right. I might as well copy this and we'll post it on Blue Sky as well. I could do that, but I'd be giving something away that I don't want to give away. All right, let's just go over to Blue Sky. That would be fun, though. All right, social, Blue Sky. And I'll post it there as well. New post. Says welcome to Etherpad. All right, because my previous one was Etherpad. That's why. Okay, I've sent my notifications. I don't need this open anymore. So what I'm going to do then is I'll just start a new environment. Just an application server. Plain ordinary Docker. No, I don't need a Docker image. Just need a plain ordinary application server. I guess I have to add an image. Yeah, I don't think this will work, will it? Yeah, you have to select an image. Okay. So let's no. Right, I think I get a choice here, right? There we go. More Java, PHP, Ruby. Or I don't even know what this will be written in. Cache, load balancer. Well, let's see. See, it didn't really tell me. API, UFW, JSON, enabling pub sub. This doesn't. I just want a plain ordinary Linux box. Maybe from the marketplace. They'll just give me a plain ordinary Linux box. Well, there has to be a server on it. Well, but I don't know. Let's try the marketplace. Okay, well, here's a clue. What? I'm stuck on the first step. Okay. Sudo bash wget. None of this is specific to any particular server. Okay, not. Yeah, these are all finished products, and they will probably interfere with whatever it is I want to do. New environment. hang on, back up again. Oh, this is awful. Fortunately, I don't have any viewers yet. PHP, Ruby. All right, is just a plain Apache server. Node.js, no, because I'm not going to use Node. And I know Node does weird stuff on the system, so let's go with this. And it's Apache 2. I know Apache 2 pretty well. I don't think I even need it. Okay. Okay. Don't know. I don't know. So let's come back. I wish it had, like, it didn't suggest. This, by the way, this looks like a link, not a link. So I can't figure out how to make it a link. So that's unfortunate. So now I know I've run into this before. So how to sudo in a reclaim cloud environment. Can you sudo? No. Okay. Oh, that's just the regular reclaim. Okay. Then what? Cloud. Right. Root access to any container. I think this is what I was looking for. Yeah. This is it. You have to do some special stuff. No, running commands on a container as the root user has the potential of breaking your application. Please proceed with caution. Right. So, click import. Right. So let's wait till this is set up. Is it installed yet? They're still creating it. Okay. So we'll just remember 3142. Doesn't take too long, so we'll be okay. Average view duration 11 seconds. Did I have a view of 11 seconds? I don't know. It didn't show up on the graph at all, but it's apparently I've had one 11-second view. I guess I wasn't sufficiently exciting during that. 1 second. Okay, it's been created. I'm just going to rename this to IPFS so I don't forget. Alrighty. Now. So, okay, here it is. Now, click on import. Right, here we go. This is the thing that gives me root access. And you can find it from this article here by Tim Owens. So it's titled Root Access to Any Container. So if you just search for that and maybe also use the search term reclaim, you should find this without difficulty. Can I put this in the chat for the, I don't know if I can or not. Yeah, I have the chat here. So I'm just putting it in the URL in the chat window. So you might be able to see it if you're watching the recording of this later. All right, so and here's the script. Select the appropriate environment and container and click install. So I'm going to come back to my reclaim environment. Right. So I'm going to click import. And I'm going to choose the appropriate container, IPFS. There's only one container on it, application server, and I'll click install. So what this is going to do is give me root access to my container. And If you know what to do, it's that simple. But you have to know what to do. That's always the trick, right? Don't come back here. Root access has been, and now all you do is sudo su and you are root. So we've done that. That, I tell you, that took me some time to find the first time. I believe it's on a previous installation or installment of Stephen Follows Instructions. Oh, now my average view has gone up to 15 seconds. And there's still only one chat in the chat. I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, let me just check. Oh, yeah, okay. Audio is going fine. Good. All right, I just wanted to check there. All right, great. So here we are. So let's go to IPFS and let's SSH. I can just use the web SSH unless we're doing anything fancy. But for now, I don't think we need to. So I'll just go into that. Right, and now to give myself root access, I can just do sudo su. And I'm root. That easy. So what that means is now when it's saying sudo I just write, I don't write sudo bash install. I just go bash install. All right. So first of all, let's check and see where we are. Var www. Okay, and the web root and all of that. Okay, so yeah, we'll just do it here. It's a bit messy to do it here, but I think we'll be all right. Probably shouldn't. I'll go up directory. Yeah. I'll do it here. I think that might be a bit better. All right. I just don't want to have this interfere with the web stuff at all. All right. First, wget. So we're going to get our IPFS file. I don't know how current this is. Let's check that. IPFS distributions. All right, see, we're up to v 2.02. 64-bit. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I had in mind. And that's August 29, 2021. Available as IPF. IPFS cluster follow, cluster control. I don't even know what I'm downloading. What does it say I'm downloading? Just distribution go IPFS. Linux AMD tar. All right, let's just check with ChatGPT. And just ask, and I'll have to scroll down to see the response. Right, the link you pointed to points to Kobo, released on August 9, 2002. Right. fast. There we go. Oh, 0.321. Okay, released on November 15. Okay. So what was it before? I love working on version 0. Whatever. It just makes me feel good. All right, so here we go. So 0.1, so 0.3. You see the difference, right? All right, so let me, some of the instructions might be different, but I don't think so. This is the thing though with working with ChatGPT. It can be very confidently wrong sometimes. But you have to use your head. Use your head about this, right? And you look at that and it's 0.18. You don't know that it's going to be old. You have no reason to believe it's going to be old. But it feels old because 0.18, that's the very beginning of whatever. And yeah, it's 2 years old. Still, you know, it shows a lot of progress. But all right, never mind. Let's get back to Reclaim. So I'll put in my wget command and we'll get that installation. Kubo. So we're using Kubo. All right, the next thing it says, all right, let's ls to make sure we got it. Okay, now we're going to extract it, tar xvzf, and then the file. So that's what we'll do. Tar xvzf, extract view, maybe gz version file, I think show the file, whatever. Oh, and it's just ko, it doesn't say go. All right. Okay, so it's extracted all of that, and now it's in the Kubo directory. See, now this is nice and neat, right? You see we got FTP in a directory, games, Kerberos, whatever that is, mail, and we've got Kubo in its own directory in the var. All right. Next, root. No, back. No, that's where I am. Oh yeah, here we go. IPFS, CD go IP. No, it's not Go anymore, right? It's Kubo. That's interesting. It's actually changed names even. That happens. Okay. So CD Kubo. Let's list. There's install.shell. And I think we're back on track. Sudo bash. Well, we don't type sudo. So bash. Well, we don't need to type bash either, I don't think. Install.shell. I think I can just run it. That indicates the current directory. It's really hard to see, isn't it? I don't really know how to make it bigger though for you. No. Okay. Install. .sh. You have to rely on my audio. Well, bash is the directory. All right. Bash install. All right. Let's sh. Oh, move.ipfs to user local bin. Okay. All right. Does that mean it's installed? I don't know. Verify installation. Okay. This might not work. Oops, that's not it. Okay, copy. We'll just copy the code. Sometimes copy code doesn't work. Yeah, command not found. Okay. So let's complain to ChatGPT. Scroll back down here. Version. It says, and I know what the problem is, but I'm going to complain anyways, just in case that isn't the problem. A command not found, right? Now, if I was in user local bin and typed IPFS, it would probably run. But I'd like to be able to type it from anywhere. And I forget how to do that. It's likely your system's path is not including user local bin. Right, so let's echo path. We'll copy this. All right, come back here and paste it in. So yeah, it's got a bunch of other stuff, but it doesn't seem to have user local bin in it. It has root local bin. All right. All right. Dot root dot local bin root bin sbin user bin. So we'll probably have to add it to the path. So add user local bin. Okay, if you use bash, edit. Okay. I think I'm using bash, so I'll use bash rc. So we'll come back here. Control V. Right. And okay, it should be in here somewhere. You can't see it, it's all behind my head. It still won't be big, but at least you'll see this now. I'm just editing this file. Okay. So this is the whole file. And what now? Add the following line. Export path. All right, so let's actually copy that. It's easier. So come back in here, and does it say where to put this? No, but let's put it. Let's put it here in between these other things. All right, export path. Oh, that's not right. Because I'd be disabling all the other paths, right? No, let's put it here. Oops, what happened? Oh, there we go. this should be on its own line too. Don't know why it did that. Oh, it merged all the lines. How wild is that? Okay. All right. We'll write that. Control X. Save. Yes. Root -RC. Now. See, this is new to me, so I'm not really super confident. Reload the configuration file. So we'll do that. Okay, source tilde slash dot bash rc. Again, oh yeah, my home directory. Tilde is my home directory. Bash rc. Now, ipfs .vr should give me something. Oh, version. There we go. IPFS version 0.32.1. Still nobody watching. It's like they have other things to do on New Year's Eve. All right. That's step one. All right, let's go back up. We've done step one. Step two, initialize the node. Okay, IPFS init. So I'm just going to make this, and let's expand it so that we don't need the rest of the stuff. Okay. Oops. There. I wish I could make this bigger. I don't know how to make it bigger. View, zoom in. View. Let's try it again. Control ++. Yeah, it's increasing that's the stuff on the side, but it's not increasing the size of anything in here. Oh, I'm sorry, I tried. All right, but at least you can see it now that I've moved it from behind my head. All right, so the next thing in IPFS init. So let's run that. IPFS init. Okay. Generating ED25519 key pair ... Done. Peer identity, and I got a long identity string. Initializing IPFS node at root /.ipfs. Probably a good spot for it. All right, next, IPFS daemon. Okay, and then Control V. Whoops. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, we got one error. P2P node. Error starting MDNS service. No supported interface. Might be because we're in a cloud. I don't know. Storm. Okay. Gateway server listening. API server listening. Don't know if we can access them yet, but okay, test the local node. Visit HTTP. We should see the IPFS. Now that's just my local website. So let's see. I don't know if port 5001 is even open. Let's try. So this will probably fail, but let's try anyways. So let's collapse this, and where's my, oh come on, don't freeze on me. There we go. IPFS. So let's try to open it in the browser. Okay, that's the PHP, and now let's try to get 5001. And nothing. It's probably going to fail. Now, was it even 5001? Yeah. /web UI. That might be necessary. Web UI. Nope. Right. I think it's probably because 5001 is not open. So let's try opening the port, and we'll see if that makes things happen. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so how do we do that? Sudo ufw allow. Actually, we'll need to allow all of these, so let's do that. So ufw something user, maybe firewall. I forget what the U stands for, but I know the FW is firewall. So let's come back in here and we'll run those. So I need a new session. Okay, here we go. UFW allow 5001. Nope, command not found. Uncomplicated firewall. Yeah, I'll bet you the problem is I've messed up all of my other commands. Let's go back to the path and see what my path is. Echo path, right. I don't know. They're all there. User local sbin, user local bin, user sbin, user bin, sbin, or bin. Yeah, okay, well that's good enough. That should be fine. So, what's the problem then? Maybe I don't have it installed. Okay. Right. Install UFW. Okay, so apt update and then sudo apt install. Now we'll see if we're on the right system. All right. Apt update. No. I think it's the other. What is it? Yan, yon, you. Right. Go all the way back to basics. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, what am I running on? I don't know. I have no idea. Seafoam Ocelot. Alma Linux. What on earth is Alma Linux? It's like CentOS or Fedora. Guys. All right. Okay. It's Alma Linux. All right. The package manager is DNF. Ah, Yum. A successor to Yum. Okay. All right. Firewall D is preferred. Okay, so we'll do that. Oops. Dang. Okay, copy code. Let's go back in. All right. All right, so we're installing it now, as you can see, sort of. Just there we go. Out of memory, allocating a whole bunch of bytes. Aborted. Wow. Not enough memory. For a firewall? I don't care about the cost. Well, I do care, but not so much. I don't know about cloudlets. It's the memory I need. How can it be out of memory? I don't know. Oops. Maybe just not make it too expensive. All right, we'll wait for the application server to be restarted. And then we'll see if this worked. Yeah, I have my doubts, but let's try it again. That did the trick. Okay. So that's the nice thing about the cloud environment. I can just expand if I need to. Of course, it costs me money, but still. And I might be able to contract after. It might have just needed all that memory just to run this install script, but I don't know. But I mean, if it didn't have enough memory to run a stupid install script. The connection is taking too long. Well, yeah, no kidding. All right. Now we'll start and enable the firewall. So let's see. Come back in here. All right. Doesn't seem to have had any effect one way or another. Let's see if there's any processes running that say firewall. I don't see the firewall running, but what do I know? All right. And then sudo firewall command and 5001, and we'll make it permanent. Oops, I keep going into there. That happens to me a lot where I open the wrong window when I got too many windows going. Okay, let's try that. Firewall is not running. Okay. Start firewall D. Enable firewall D. Firewall D is not running. Okay. Okay, let's complain again. See, it's the thing with working with ChatGPT, right? It'll give you instructions that are just wrong enough that maybe you can figure out a way through it. Okay. I entered and enable port. It says firewall D not running. Let's see what it says about that. Okay, let's check the status. That's a good idea. See, just enough wrong information and just enough right to, whoops. Huh. Oh, this must be my status. This is rather more than I was expecting. Status firewall D. Okay. Loaded, active, inactive. Why? Firewall backend IP tables is not available. So let's talk to ChatGPT about that. Scan copy did not work. Come on. Control C. See, that's the problem is Control C means something else. There we go. Okay. Okay. Firewall D is set to use the IP tables backend, but it's not installed or supported on your system. You know what? I think maybe there's an interface to open these ports. in the configuration, maybe? Not domain binding. Let's see. Let's look that up. In cloud open ports. Okay. No. No. Gonna have to figure it out myself. Oh, public IPv4 is off. That's one thing. Now, that should change what I get. Now, this might still work. Yeah. No, it's still not accessible. Okay. More ports. Read documentation. Okay, use endpoints or any other port via shared load balancer. Endpoints. Okay, endpoints. All right. So, come up here. Endpoints. Add. $5,001. Okay. Does that mean I have to? All right, we'll come back here. And we'll do this, turn this off, turn this on. Now I think I'm able to add my endpoint. Nope. Oh, maybe now. Oh, there's the firewall. View inbound traffic rules. Yeah, okay. Add. IPFS. Oh. No, let's. Oh, I don't know how this works. Overview. All inbound connections are denied by default except designated as allowed in the rules list. All right, so let's add one. IPFS. Priority, I don't know what that means. Port range 5001. Allow. Oh, I see. That's the priorities. Those are priority listings. All right. Now let's try accessing it. Ah. IPFS 5001 Web UI. And still nothing. Why can't I just have an ordinary all right. I'm giving up on this. This is too complex. I'm not giving up on the project. Oh, hi, Hatem. I hope you're still with us. Oh, yeah. Someone is. So, you're about to watch me give up on Reclaim. So we'll stop this. And then we're going to trash this IPFS. It's just, I mean, the problem is I can't get just a plain server with them. Hi, Betty Woo. What the heck is this, Stephen? This is Stephen follows instructions. I'm trying to follow ChatGPT's instructions on how to install an IPFS server. Is it going well? No, it is not going well. And Happy New Year to you too, Betty Woo. All right, so I've just given up. And the problem with Reclaim is it uses this virtuoso environment, and there's just way too much stuff that virtuoso puts between me and the server I'm trying to work with. And I'm just trying to work with a plain server. So I'm going to go, let's try Vulture. I'll log in. Vulture is another web host. Terms of service, I agree, because what choice do I have? All right. Next cloud, Democrat. Oh yeah, right, that one. Okay. So let's create something new. Vulture secures 3.5 billion valuation and financing. Great. That means all the prices are going up. Okay, deploy something. What do I want? Bare metal? No, I want it with something on it. Oh, this used to be simple. Dashboard. Compute. Yeah. Compute. Location. I don't care. I sort of care, but not very much. All right, deploy. Dedicated CPU. Oh, okay, we got to go through all of this crap. Filter locations. Again, I don't care. Whoa, 28 a month. That's a bit more than I would like. All right, Vulture. I think you can go the other way too. Oh, shared CPU. There we go. The free one. Let's go with the $10 a month one. I can probably afford that. Okay. Configure. I would like Ubuntu because I know Ubuntu. I'll pick the recent version. SSH keys. Oh, I always forget how to do that. Select. I don't know if I can select. So I won't worry about it. Server host name and label. Oh, I can create an SSH key. Why couldn't I create it? I have to create it here? Why do I don't understand? Why didn't it? Yeah, there's no keys. All right. Well, I do have some keys, but I don't know where they are. So let's create a key. Vulture key type that. Select a vault that. Create and fill. Okay. Oh, no, I can't do that for some reason. Oh, I have to. All right. Create and fill. I really don't know what I'm doing here. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Now can I select a key? No. Vulture and vulture. Good enough. All right. Server host name and label. Can I call it something else? Okay. Good enough. No items to show. All right, whatever. Oh, now we come back up here to keys? No. Oh. I could probably put in a key there, couldn't I? Yeah, I probably could. I could put in a public key there, couldn't I? I bet you that's how that would work. So if I had a public key, let's just ignore that. Okay. Automatic backups, $2 a month. Public IPv4, good enough. DDoS, look at that, $10 a month. Limited user login, VPC network, $10 for the DDoS protection. Okay, deploy. I don't know why I'm backing up just for a test project, but you know, always back up. You know, it's just the law. Okay, it's in Atlanta. Okay, whatever. I like Atlanta. I've been there once, just once. All right, running. Let's go into it. Your server may still be finishing installing and booting up during the first few minutes of activation. Maybe, but oh man, this has already cost me 3 cents. All right. What do I want to do now? I would like to SSH into my server. Hopefully I can do this all with console SSH. So this is the console. Guest has not initialized the display yet. No idea what that means. Okay. None, no VNC. Server stop, server restart, server reinstall, server destroy. Should be able to get into it. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's my server. Does it get easier to read? Here we go. So this is my server deploying. Vulture IPFS login. Now, it should have given that to me in the mail, maybe? Boy. I'm getting slammed with comment requests. Vulture, new invoice. Thank you, Vulture. That was an hour ago. Okay, so I don't know how to get into root. See, all these things, right, that you have to remember how to do. Okay, let's go back to Vulture. frequently asked questions. Those are not the questions I have. Vulture ducks. Okay. Paths. I don't want learning paths. I just want to learn how to get into my server. All right. Vulture console login is root. Okay. You must connect to gain access. Okay. Open the web console. Oh, this is craziness. All right. So we'll hit server restart. And then as the system will open the console, then we'll press ESC to bring up the grub boot prompt. Wow. Okay. Oops, where did my... No, that's old. Here we go. No. Where's my server gone? No. Old. I must have closed it. Moved off of it. Oh. This seems to be the thing the kids are doing, so it'll eventually get to me at work, so I better keep a watching. Yeah. You're watching this great mind at work here, not being able to access my console on a Vulture. Okay. All right, let's go back. I must have closed it. Vulture IPFS. Okay, we'll open the console. Let's just try root without a password. Sometimes that works. No. Let's try root with root. And nope. Okay. Okay, so let's close off this console. All right. I'm sort of surprised I didn't get an email, but there is no email from Vulture except a billing email, and that's just end of the month stuff. So, okay, we'll follow these instructions. So we'll click the server, restart, open the web console, and then as the system boots, oh, that's Alma Linux, Arch Linux, CentOS, okay, different for each one. Rocky, Ubuntu. As the system boots, press ESC to bring up the grub boot prompt. Okay, so we'll restart the server. This is a hard restart. Well, nothing's been easy so far. And as it's doing that, we'll open up the console and press ESC. Grub, okay. Okay. I'm learning something new here. At the grub boot prompt, press E to edit the first boot option. Whoops, got to be in the console. And this is how it always works, right? You have to dig, can't find Command E. Okay. Oh, jeez. Lowercase e? Can't find Command E. Definitely, okay, let's try help. Okay. Now we got some help going here. But it starts at the letter P. Help E. Usage exit. No, I don't want to exit. Set pager equals 1. Help. All right, there we go. So there's nothing resembling edit. Okay. Edit the first boot option. If you miss the prompt, I don't think I've missed the prompt because I got grub. Help root. Nope. Ubuntu. Grub. Reset root password. Okay. Oh, to bring up the grub menu. Menu. Oops. Can't find command menu. Okay, I must have missed the menu part. So let's close this and we'll try rebooting it again. We'll try to go real fast this time. All right. Starting server. Rats. All right. How to get grub menu from grub prompt. You need to type the word normal. Oh, and I lost it. Vulture IPFS login. Huh. That's different. Let's close this. All right. We're getting there. I see I've lost the WASI way. Oh, the way you're working, it would be the way I would work this thing. Flounder, hit keys, be impressed when something actually works, repeat. Yeah. Yeah. That's about it. Okay. I mean, hit normal. I mean, whatever. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Restart server, hit the console. Come on. Give me console. All right. Normal. Okay. Don't break. It broke. So it won't stay in the menu. Okay. Right, if you're running your search system on VirtualBox, press the Shift key on the keyboard to bring up the. And I wonder if that's better. Maybe it's running on VirtualBox. It is a cloud thingy, so I mean the odds are pretty good. So let's try that. Restart server, restarting server. Open up my console, please. Pressing Shift. Ah, now maybe it won't die. It died. Yeah, and it won't let me go back to Grub. All right, let's try going real fast then when the menu is there. Okay, so we'll restart. Open the console as soon as we can. Press Shift. Okay. All right, well, that was something, but that was only one of the two options, right? And see, I didn't really have time to read the options. I just picked one. Oh, duh. The root password's right here. Oh, my goodness. All right, for all the world to see. And come on. It's not going to let me. It's going to make me type it maybe. Or it's broken. Root. I love that there's an FU in the password. TVT. No. Ta-da. All right, so we're in. It's like one of those spy movies, right? Or the 1980s computer hacker movies, right? I'm in. I'm into my own Vultr server. Right, that's the thing to remember with Vultr. They put the root password right here on the screen. So, okay. I don't care that you know my root password. It's not going to survive very long anyways. All right. So, and this seems to be a previous version. So I don't know what I'm running here, but okay. All right. Next. So we're going to go back to ChatGPT, who's been doing all the instructing. Here, we got to go all the way back up here. All right. All the way back up here. Here we go. Oh, okay, that's the messaging stuff I was working on when I decided to use. Okay, so all right, wget. Now remember we had a different distribution from before, right? Yeah. So what was it? Control F, wget. That wasn't it. Let's go down. here we go. This is the latest version. ChatGPT gave me a version, but was it the latest version? No, it was not the latest version. Okay, come on. Why won't paste work properly? Just annoying. Can I highlight it and drag it maybe? Let's try that. I'm going to try highlighting it and dragging it. But it doesn't seem to have worked. Let's try it again. Connected, encrypted. Oh, I don't care about. All right. There's something weird about this one. So, failed to connect to server. Yeah, whatever. All right. Yeah, I know. All right. I'm going to restart it again. So let's go back. All right. Server restart. Restart. Nothing weird. Just going to let it go. Okay, give it a little time. Okay, now open up the console. It's still rebooting. I'm going to try copying the password. And again, it might not allow me to paste into this. All right, root and paste. No, it's not letting me paste. Let's try a right click. Oops, rats. That did let me do something, but not the thing that I wanted. Okay, root. Let's try a right click. Login incorrect. Okay. IP address is this. Let's try SSHing in. So I'm going to open up PowerShell because I can't work without paste. SSH, my IP, yes. Steve PH. There's no such account. Oh, got it. Control C. Let's exit out of this. SSH root at. All right. Now let's get that password. Copy the password. Paste the password with a right click, and that did it. Excellent. Now we're getting somewhere. Also, I think this one's a bit easier for you to read. Can I make it? Yeah, I can make the text bigger too, so everyone can see what's happening here. Excellent. I should just wipe out like the first, I don't know, hour of this video. Okay. All right, next. Let's get my most recent version. Where was it? I asked for the wget command. Here we go. Copy this code. Let's paste that in here. All right. Got it pretty quickly. That's one of the nice things about working on the cloud. All right, next, we're going to extract it. Okay, and we should have cd kubo to kubo into. Yeah, this is working much better. Well, I did get this far before, but I mean, you know, Okay, install Kudo or Kubo. It doesn't matter if I type sudo even if I'm root, so I'll just copy the code. Okay, moved it to the local bin. All right, I know it did that. Now we'll test it. IPFS version. There we go. That's what I needed. Just get off of Reclaim. Sorry, Reclaim. And away from all the stuff that Virtuoso does. And, okay. Okay, you should see now. Good. Now, IPFS init. We have gotten this far before, so okay, it's initialized. IPFS daemon. Okay, daemon is ready. All right. So here's the problem I had before. Okay, version bash, version reinstall, Okay. Now we're back to the UFW step. I'll go all the way back up here, and then I'll search for UFW. Okay, so this is where we were. These are the very initial instructions that I was working with. So now I need these. I need the, what is it? Uncomplicated firewall. So let's allow these ports. Paste anyways. And nothing. Oh, right. I did the same thing last time. Okay, so I'll open up another instance of PowerShell. And does it still remember? Yes. So SSH into it. Copy my password. The reason why I have to do this is in my original PowerShell window, I started up IPFS. This is IPFS, right? None of these commands are going to work because this is IPFS. And I don't have my prompt anymore. So I have to open up a new window to open up the prompt. All right, now I can run my firewall commands. So let's come back here, copy code, again, come back in here. Feels like we're making lots of progress, but we're just catching up to where we were before. Rule added. Okay, that didn't happen last time. All right. Okay. Let's see if I can get into it. All right. It's not going to be 127. Well, I suppose I could curl it from in here. Let's see if that works. I'm going to try curl curl moved permanently. I don't care. It's a response. Web UI moved permanently. Don't know where. Okay. Don't think I can just get into it from the external IP yet because, oh no, firewall's open. So let's copy the IP address, put that in, and port 5001. I think it was all lowercase web UI, wasn't it? And people who are watching are saying, yes, 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 it was lowercase web UI. Grow some memory. All right. Web UI, all lowercase. Let's see what happens now. Nothing. Unable to connect. Don't know why. Might be because Vulture has the port locked. settings. Oh no, I have to. No, I did the firewall. Hmm. Right? Yeah, the firewall 5001. Rule added. Okay, firewall. Let's click here, see no firewall. So, but I do know Vulture does block some things. I don't think it blocks 5001, but Vulture port 5001. Um, C Control F 5001. Firewall rules look fine. Yeah, but this is totally different. Okay, IPFS is not working on the Vulture server. It's a few years old, but oh, okay. Maybe 5001 just isn't a thing you access. All right, let's just, I'm trying to do something that's not even in the instructions. So let's just continue. Okay, open the IPFS config file. So let's copy the code. Okay, so that's my root directory IPFS config. So since I'm running this as root, right? And why not? I may as well. Oh, I've lost all my viewers. Furiously writing down the password. Bye, viewers. They had something better to do on New Year's Eve. I'm such a nerd. Okay. IPFS. Where was I? Oh, yeah, right. So let's go in and nano IPFS config. We're good. Find the API and set the addresses API to that. IP40000 TCP 5001. Okay. Let's do that. Let's find the addresses. Here we go. Addresses. There's quite a bit of stuff in addresses. IP4, okay, 501, gateway 28080. Oh, I see. API. I'll find the gateway section, set addresses gateway to. All right. Find the gateway section. Identity, data store, addresses. Bootstrap gateway. Here we go. Addresses.api. Well, I wonder if this isn't exactly accurate now. We have addresses.api up here, right here, and it's set to localhost. And then restart IPFS. Okay. Let's try the 8080 address. Nope. Okay. You can tell what I'm thinking because everything goes silent. Okay, we don't need that anymore. All right. Let's look for better instructions, because this is all a bit unclear. So what is it? Kubi, K-U-B-I, as I recall. It's not going to tell me here, is it? I think it was Kubi. Control X. Just trying to remember. Let's go back to the other one and might be able to find it. Kubo. Okay. Set up Kubo on Vultr. Ubuntu. All right. Oh, what's this? Ubuntu PPA, whatever that is. I wonder how old that is. Could be pretty old. It just gives me months and not years. Oh, October 22. Well, okay, so it's after October 22. But okay, Kubo. Well, that's the old one that I was looking at before. All right, that's the API. Oh, it's got all that information. I just didn't even bother to read it. Swarm listening. API server listening to something local, right? see what this produces. That's produced something. Okay. Okay. Okay, what are you trying to do? Okay, if you're trying to get the web UI on localhost, you should go to localhost, but you can't, but not working on a live server. If you want to open up the API to listen to external interfaces, change that to this, to the 0000. Okay, let's do that then. I guess that's my problem. I didn't trust ChatGPT. All right. So, API 0000. So 0 and another 0. Okay, X, yes. Okay, and now I need to restart it. How do I restart it? It'll tell me in the ChatGPT thing, which I've lost. Oh, here it is. Okay. Control F, restart. No, just IPFS daemon. Okay. Oh, so I'll come back here. Control C. And then run it. All right. API listening on 0000. Now let's go to 5001. Web UI. What's my vulture URL? Should say here somewhere. IP address 4532.214.23. Yeah, okay, 501. Web UI. Oh, yes. Could not, geez, that looks so nice. Could not connect to the Kubo RPC. Is your Kubo RPC configured to allow cross-origin requests? If not, run these commands. Okay. Control C. So we'll run this command first. And we'll run this command next. And we'll try reloading. Still couldn't. We'll try restarting. I might have to change the web UI as well, maybe? I don't know. Oh, connected to IPFS. All right. Guys, you were here with me for so long, and yet you don't get to see all of this stuff. Settings. All right, so yeah, and so it looks like I can, with that config command, set up my cores and limit it to specific origins. Okay. And I got content coming in, content going out. I'm part of the IPFS world now. All right. Is this everything there was? Okay, well, let's go back. All right. Oh, yeah. Enabling pub sub. Right. Open up the, so we're here now. Oh, let's try 8080 as well. I don't know if that'll work though, but let's see. No, that's unable to connect. And I'm not sure why, but that's okay. So lovely, so lovely. Alrighty. Just like my baby. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, next. Oh, not here. Okay, I'm going to come back to ChatGPT. Alright, enable pub sub. So we'll open up the IPFS config again. And we'll add the pub sub configuration. I guess we just put it at the bottom. I think it doesn't matter where I put it. This is a JSON file though, so I'll have to make sure. Oh, looks like, oh, pub sub, here we go. All right. Okay. Oops. Put that comma after. That's why I was saying this is a JSON file. We got to make sure we got our commas in there properly. The spacing doesn't matter, but I like it to look neat. And we'll get rid of the previous pub sub stuff. Double signing or disable signing equals false, router equals and enabled equals true. Don't know if I need disabled signing. Disable signing means false, means enable signing is true. I don't know. Doesn't say. If it comes up later, I'll know. All right. Control X, right or yes, enter, and then we restart it. Oh, we'll restart it from the other side. Okay, so Control C to stop it, restart it. Okay. Pub sub is enabled. Verify pub sub is working. Open two terminals, Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. Terminal 1, Okay, so actually I'm going to have to open a third terminal. Okay. Oh, someone's back. Or maybe it's a new person. So just because you're back, I'll show you. Oops, that's not it. I have IPFS running. So for that brief period of time between 8:50 and 9:09, that's when I made all my progress and there was nobody watching the video. But I got it going. There is a video recording of it, so you can see what happened. All right, so I'm busy getting PubSub up and running. That's what I'm using IPFS for specifically. I'm going to be setting up some messaging on IPFS. Part of a much bigger project, which I will talk to you all about hopefully in January. Big announcement. Big announcement, but not yet. And so I'm enabling PubSub to enable messaging. So right now I need to test that PubSub is working, which means I need another window. So let's copy my password again. And we'll open up a third PowerShell. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. SSH in and the password. Right click. There we go. Okay, so now in one of them, and we're all on the same system, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I'll come back to ChatGPT, which was more or less helpful once I got through, all the problems. Okay, IPFS PubSub sub test topic. Okay, I'm going to try to subscribe to test topic from this terminal. All right. Nothing. Okay. Let's suppose that that's what's supposed to happen. All right. Now in the other terminal, we copy this code and we'll try to send a message. So here we go. This one? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Depreciated. Command will be removed in the future. Usage, IPFS, PubSub, pub. Topic, data, published data. Okay. Depreciated feature. It is not intended in its current state to be used in a production environment. To use, the daemon must be run with enable PubSub experiment. All right. All that, whatever. Let's see what I got on the other window. Still nothing. Okay. So there seems to be an issue here with making PubSub work on IPFS. So depreciated features, see IPFS. See, this is why I'm trying to do everything without any libraries or add-ins or, because you get stuff like that. Depreciate, then remove. Huh. PubSub API is not in a good place. Incorrectly advertised is not intended to be. Fixing PubSub API requires lots of work that does not align with these goals. Okay, I get you. Production examples of correct usage of Go Live P2P PubSub. I don't want file. I don't even want to come close to file chain or beacon chain. So it's going to depreciate all of PubSub in Kubo. That would probably explain why all of my viewers disappeared as soon as I mentioned. No, I'm just kidding. So Kubo version 0.19 will be the last to have the PubSub RPC API baked in. My project can't work without PubSub, so I'll just freeze the Kubo version for now. Let's see. Ideally, what we want is that you write 100 lines of Go and used blah, 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 blah. Yes, that works if you're writing in Go. Exactly. And since your program runs outside of Kubo and has to be written in Go, that makes things more difficult for a project that wants to use PubSub and the rest of Kubo's APIs. Yeah. Hooray, gossip sub. It does look like this is an issue. And they just marked it as resolved. But the story's not over. Not much to report here. I'm just reading this. Into 2024. Well, check this out. We no longer need to maintain interop of opinionated settings between Kubo and JS IPFS, reducing costs of maintenance to acceptable level. This enables us to pick up 9684, update to the latest version, and switch PubSub from depreciated back to experimental feature in one of future releases. And that may, I think, have been done based on what I'm reading here. Well, not here, but here. So, okay. So the daemon must be run with enable PubSub experiment. So that's what we'll try to do. Oops, it keeps. Come on. All and only. There we go. Control C to copy that. Let's come back here to this. And we'll Control C to stop it. Control C again. And then IPFS daemon with the PubSub experiment enabled. All right. I'm glad I have this on video. I don't think I would remember this. Okay. Alrighty. Now let's try our little PubSub experiment. All right. I'm going to subscribe to test topic. Again, nothing. And then I'll come back here and try to send my message. And we'll come back here and see if it was received. It was not received. Okay. Topic names are in binary data. PubSub subcommand help. Okay. Nothing. That didn't help at all. Test topic. Pub help. Doesn't appear to be running. Topic data. Okay. Let's come back to this. PubSub sub. Okay. Sub help. Subscribes to messages on a given topic. Okay. This is really more than I needed for what I was trying to do, but to P2P. It didn't like that. Maybe. Let's see. Let's try reading this better. All right. So pub topic data. All right, I don't need to help. No, I'm good. It's giving me the usage. But error. LSAT hello IPFS, no such file or directory. Let's see if ChatGPT knows what this means. All right. Okay, no such file or directory. Command interprets the argument as a file path if you don't specify it correctly. Okay. Ensure you quote your message. Well, I did. Copy code. Let's try that again. I'm nothing if not patient. Error, still an error. Okay. Okay, without quotes. Okay, but it did have quotes. Getting the error as specified above. Maybe it's just not recognizing them as quotes. Yeah. If the IPFS CLI command line interface has issues interpreting the argument thing properly. Okay. Let's try explicit input redirection. Oh, it liked that. Yeah. This is nice if I can publish via the API. That's what I want to be able to do. Hello IPFS API. That would be cool. Oh, but it's not 127. It's this. So we'll come back here. Oops, not here. Come back to the middle one. Get rid of this. All right, let's try that. URL rejected. Malformed input to a URL function. Kind of. ChatGPT is getting verbose again. The argument wasn't correctly encoded. Oh, the exclamation mark needs to be encoded. That's your mistake, ChatGPT. It is. All right, let's try that. I wonder what else is the problem. Okay, we'll try it again. Here's the correct command. There's no spaces there. Oh yeah, there's one. Oh, goodness. All right, let's try this one then. No spaces, everything's escaped. File argument data is required. Expects the data to be explicitly providing. Should be sent as a post. All right. Should be sent as a post. Okay. Didn't like that. is very particular about how it receives arguments. I bet you it needs to be something like topic equals and data equals, something like that. What was it I used before when I sent the other one? I think I just topic data. See, topic data. So I'll bet you I'll take this version. Right, okay, so I said nope. Where did I get my nope? Okay, here we go. Yeah. See, like, why would you post that? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go topic and data. So let's change the first arg, because you wouldn't have two args in there like that, right? So you'd have topic equals, and I'm just guessing here, but, and data equals, and probably just test for data first. Let's try this. Argument topic is required. I do have an argument topic. Let's try sending it as a get command. Method not allowed. All right, so it's got to be a post. Argument topic is required. I have an argument topic. The arg parameters used twice. Okay, it does not use those directly. Let's leave that there. I'll need that later. Paste and go. Sub API. Oh, that's okay. Oh, IPFS. Missing the I. IPFS. Doesn't say. see any docs. That's the problem. API docs. Well, here we go. This is about as dockish as we can get. It's a little old, but pub sub. Okay. Okay. To be subscribed. Test publish. Forward async. Yeah. This is not clear enough for me to see. It's a test, right? So, or just an example. So publish JS. It refers to something called factory. So what are we using here? Nothing weird. Well, except for the test stuff. It's all test stuff is the problem. Just come back here. Pub sub publish. Topic is a string. Data can be an array or a string. Text encoder. Okay, that's just to prevent the spaces and stuff. All right, well, that's JS IPFS. I might go with JS IPFS in the end, actually, but so what is it? Kubo? Here we go. Pub sub's not there. Depreciated, removed. Here we go. Should be in the depreciated. Here we go. Pub subs. Pub. Okay. It's like it needs a file. Kind of a weird way to do it. ChatGPT. I'll just tell it what the docs say. All right, so what we'll do okay. The spaces might be okay in there too. All right, so we'll try that. Nope. Illegal base 32. Eurolarg must be multi-based encoded. Okay. Try this now. Anyone watching? I can't really tell at the moment. Oh, I've had some people off and on. To encode data for interoperability. Okay. Okay, so we're going to just test. Right, okay. This will return, yep. Oh, and then use the base encoded topic, okay. All right. See, it gives you just enough information to be wrong, interestingly. And what's really interesting about this is it just keeps dragging me along. I just don't want to stop. I run. Oh, this is different now. Let's see. Oops, I always do that. Okay, let's see if this works. No. Pub sub, let's just look it up. Pub sub Kubo topic multi-base encoding is what? Kubo, command line interface. And nothing. We're not going to get a response from that. Pub sub. Oh, I think this is older. Yeah, this is older. Yeah, this is the older version. Okay. This just asks generally. Well, where was it? All right, and I think it's base 64. Go back here. All right. Okay, let's go here. We'll subscribe first, because we're not going to get it if we're not subscribed, right? So okay, and now we'll try to copy the code. see what happens. And that worked. Maybe. Nope. No, it did not work. Let's try going back to my test topic. Now let's try sending the message with test topic encoded. And there it is. Okay. So that worked. Okay. So it needs to be base 64 encoded and it needs a prefix U. And the subscription to the topic is just the plain text version of the topic. I think that's about as far as I'm going to go. I got it to work. So to sum up, I got IPFS up and running. And you can see it running here. This is all the stuff that's happening on it. I used a Vultr terminal or a Vultr cloud. Just wasn't possible using Reclaim Cloud with the Virtuoso interface. There's just too much stuff in between the end user and the service that I wanted. I still need to secure this with HTTPS, but that's a straightforward operation. So right now I'm running it unsecured. I then got IPFS. I got what do they call it? It's for the messaging. I've been working on it all along here. Right, PubSub. So I got PubSub running, but I had to start IPFS with this flag, enable PubSub experiment. That's how PubSub was running. So, and then I was able to, in two terminals, directly send a message from one terminal to the other terminal, just using the PubSub sub and then the name of the topic to subscribe, and then PubSub pub and the name of the topic and the message to send. Then I did it by API. A bit trickier because you can't just do the API as a curl post, and you can't just tack on your content as an argument. So you are sending a post request. Your message is defined in file. This can either be an actual file name or a string. Then here's our API request. Here is our topic. This is base 64 encoded, and then a U has been added to the front of that. Does that make sense? No. Does it work? Yes. So I don't know how, well, I know how stable this is. It's not stable, but it works. And that might be enough for my own interests for now, I think. I'm not sure, but maybe. I just realized I curled this to localhost. I wonder what happens if I curl it to the publicly exposed API endpoint. I'm going to try that and actually get my API endpoint, which is, here it is. So I'll copy that and I'll come back in here. I'll just replace this. Oh yeah, I had to edit the configuration file as well to make this endpoint visible. All right, so let's try that. Okay, that seemed to be okay, and let's see if it showed up at the other end. And yes, it did. Beautifully, beautifully done. That's my experiment. So it was a success, which is unusual for Stephen follows instructions, as everyone knows, but it did work. There were more instructions to follow, having to do with securing it with Let's Encrypt and stuff like that, which I can do later. It's getting a bit late now. I imagine nobody wants to watch. It's like 10 p.m. New Year's Eve. So I'm just going to leave, I'm going to leave everything running here. So if you were, so hey, yeah, so I've got a window subscribed to test topics. So if you want to send me some messages, feel free. And you see the base 64 code there to do it. Of course, I'm saying that with nobody actually listening to this broadcast right now, but hey, you never know. So I might actually set one up to sub to, forget what the name of that, it's like Octopus or whatever. There's some pub sub topic that everybody loves, but I'm not going to worry about that just now. It's not the messaging that I wanted to do. I just wanted a simple one message from one person to another person. But yeah, I can use this. What can I do with this? Yeah. See, the messaging I wanted was from basically from one web page user to another web page user. Preferably without using some centralized system to send the message. This works, but it looks like I have to subscribe to a specific topic, which isn't really what I want. But it sure was interesting exploring. I've got to say that. So I'm going to give this a think. It's kind of worth building in anyways, just for fun. But yeah, I'm going to have to think about what I want to do. IPFS is going to be useful no matter what. I'm going to set up a mechanism to use the API to actually publish a document on IPFS. I don't know how useful it'll be, but for demonstration purposes, I've done that before, back when I was publishing open educational resources as IPFS content. So I can do that again. I also want to try to be able to read from IPFS documents. That's a bit iffier. But the whole IPFS environment has matured somewhat. I'll also explore the JavaScript IPFS. That might be a bit more reliable. I don't know. So I'm just going to leave this running overnight. See what happens. So that's the broadcast. Thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. I'm just going to do a screen capture of my IPFS screen, and I'll make that the title screen for my video, so people see some kind of promise of success. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. Bye, everyone.